and welcome to the Sparks Show, where we got comedy, news, and two forgettable dicks.
With Sparks.
You've got tiny wrists.
Pike.
Hates French toast and your children.
And you, the committee.
Yo, what up, fucker?
Subscribe now and become a committee member. Let's rock.
That's what I'm talking about.
There you are. There, Pike. I'm here. I don't know if you knew that was me because I had a. Did you see that? I did the little.
You had your hood on.
Yeah.
Hood down.
Got my hood down.
You did a hoodlum.
I
Is that what they call them, hoodlums?
I don't know if
the
that's,
hood is.
Is that where they came from?
Because that's what I think of when I think of a hoodlum. Is a guy that walks into the gas station with his fucking hood up, covering his head. It's like, what are you doing? If you're not here to rob this place, get your fucking hood off.
Dude,
you know, it's making everyone nervous.
The worst is the ski mask. You ever have one of those guys walk in?
Yeah. Have some courtesy. Take that off.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
The only people who wear ski masks are bank robbers and weirdos. You know what I mean? You're like, who does that?
Yeah. I don't know where we're from though. Or me, where I'm from, like people snowmobile all the time, so they'll stop at the gas station. So they'll come in with a ski mask on, which still, I don't know. They got a Polaris jacket on. They're probably not robbing the place, but you never know. You never know.
All right, good. Now we know what we got to wear if we got to rob this place. All right, a Polaris jacket and a ski mask will blend right in. Minnesota camouflage.
Exactly.
I mean, that could also just be normal camouflage as well.
Very true. Also, yeah, that would work.
That would
God
work.
dang.
Yeah. Well, hey, welcome to the show. If it's your first time here, we're happy to have you. This is really exciting stuff. I'm really excited that you're here, so thanks for being here. If you don't know what it is, it's comedy, news, and civil disobedience, and we just did an example of civil disobedience with Project Mayhem, Pike. How exciting is that? That's really exciting.
It's very exciting. I thought you were going to say about the thing about robbing gas stations.
Oh, rob.
Well,
Here's how you rob banks in Minnesota or a gas station.
Yeah. No, the billboard's a better example. Man, what a cool thing.
Good sell there, Pike. Man, what a cool thing.
Oh, I was just I redirected with the gas station thing. Now I'm throwing it back. Throwing it back to you. All right, get us on track.
All right, we're here. We're on track. I'll get you on track. Before we start the show, let me ask you this.
Oh.
Turkey sausage, yes or no?
Yeah, you could say any food, and I would say yeah. What do you mean? Yeah, turkey sausage sounds fucking delicious right now. I wish my wife was cooking some, but she's sleeping. Yeah, why? You don't like turkey sausage?
I love turkey sausage. But I'll tell you what, if you go from turkey sausage and you're like, oh my God, that is delicious. Thank you. I appreciate that. And then you reach down and you grab a piece of normal sausage and you go, oh, for God's sake, yes, that one is like way better. That is like, wow. You know what I mean? I'll take that every time, normal sausage.
Well, the idea is it's a little healthier, right?
Yeah.
Turkey sausage, yeah. But I always got Johnsonville, which is just a city full of Johnsons. They have a brand. They make sausages to microwave, and it's really nice because you just throw them in the mic, little turkey sausages, and they're like 100 calories each or something.
Yeah.
And they're delicious. As far as microwave sausage goes, yeah, I used to eat those all the time.
Dude, those are bomb. But I like how you think Johnsonville is just a city full of Johnsons. Is the knockoff of the competitor of Johnsonville, is that just Dicktown? Hey, got a Dicktown sausage here.
I like to think so.
Who wants a little taste of Dicktown? That's what I say when I'm about to make breakfast for people. And everyone's always very confused. And I'm like, suck on this sausage from Dicktown. And they're like, Jesus, God, Matt, what is your deal? A little early for these insinuations. And I say, guys, I'm just trying to make you some delightful turkey sausage. Oh, okay.
Right.
Got it. Yeah. And then I turn around and I'm like, time to take you down to Dicktown. And they're like, oh my God. Who's getting
Why are you
Dicktown
hyping up
from
this
Dicktown?
Yeah, why are you hyping up microwave sausage so much?
I know.
Dad,
God, but like, would you
stop.
just calm down? I mean, I'm appreciative of your microwave to pre-cooked sausage. It is going to be delicious, but why are you getting all radio-y voice on the whole thing, you know? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, because you know I want to take you to Dicktown! And then, like, this is just uncalled for. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Why in your microwaving? It's like as you're typing in 60 seconds on the microwave. It's like,
Right.
stop acting like that.
Exactly.
I like to think chicks though. Do you think they like refer to it as Dicktown? Like if they're going on a date or something and they're like hyping each other up, like, you know, hey Charisse, are you gonna go to Dicktown or what? And she's like, oh, you know, I've already punched my ticket to Dicktown.
Hey, Charisse. How many people are going to be living in Dicktown tonight? Population 1. Better call the mayor, Mr. Mayor of Dicktown. Yeah, get your finest hotel ready because I'm staying the night. That'd be
Hey,
great.
Charisse.
I hope... Go ahead. What?
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
You got room for one more in Dicktown tonight? Because you know my man's on business.
Hold on a second.
So-
Are we taking a girl trip to Dicktown?
I hope that's how it is.
I really hope that's what the ladies say. Something tells me that might not be true, but I'm finished.
Probably not.
Oh, wait. Pike, I'm finished. We'll get to the I'm finished here in a second. You got yours? Question?
Oh, yeah. Let me ask you this. What's the tallest man you've ever seen?
It's like a question from a Western horror movie. You sound like an old man in a rocking chair. Let me ask you this, Sonny. What's the tallest man you've ever seen? You know, as you're about to tell me a horror story about a giant. The tallest man I've ever seen in person was Shaq. I got to meet Shaq and I got to like interview him. And
No way.
Yeah, it was like holy shit. You're a person? Like, good Lord. I had no idea. Are you know, fucking Gulliver's Travel shit going on here. He's a colossal human. Colossal.
What is he? Is he 7'2"?
I came up to his shoulder. I'm 6'2", and I came up to his shoulder. Like, I felt like a
7'1"
child. Yeah. Like,
That is kind of.
I'm like this, and I literally had to extend my arm up like this to. Let's see if I can. I was like, hey, Shaq. And my arm was fully up to extend to the thing. You know? Like that. Like, yeah, I understand why you talk like you're in slow motion. I fucking get it, bro. You're like Ant-Man over here. It's like, whoa. I cannot imagine
That's
playing
a tall
basketball.
ass man.
Yeah.
No, but he wasn't. He was like kind of short as far as the big guys go. You know, like Yao Ming was 5 inches taller than he was.
That's unbelievable.
Imagine that.
I honestly,
But Yao Ming,
I can't. Like, if you're that tall and you don't play basketball, you're miserable. Like, your life is miserable. You can't fit in seats. You can't fit on an airplane. I don't care how big you know what I mean? What kind of car do you drive?
Right, and the aches and pains, I'm sure.
Oh,
Your fucking knees are shot. Everything sucks. Your hands hurt because they grew too fast. Like,
yeah.
That's a tall man. Mine's not. I don't think mine's close. Unless I think maybe I saw a man on the street or something. I just couldn't tell you. I think I remember one time going, "Holy shit, that's the tallest man I've ever seen." But that's all I remember. I don't know who it was. It wasn't Shaq.
It wasn't Shaq. Though Shaq is the tallest guy. I mean, in person. I mean, not at a basketball game. Because you see basketball, and they all look kind of relatively the same height and everything, but they're tall as fuck. Don't get me wrong. But when you get up next to them, and you're like, what are we doing here? This is, guys, we should be researching him for science, okay? This is not, it's like a lab experiment. It got out of control. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
They really should round them all up and do some studies.
Yeah. Yeah, we should all be, like how they looked at Einstein's brain after he died. Like they stole his brain without his permission.
I didn't know that. Oh.
Yeah, and they like sliced it into layers. They still have Einstein's brain preserved.
Really?
Yeah, it's like frozen. Kept it.
Oh, wow.
And they sliced it in layers so they can look at how his brain was made up.
Damn.
We should do that to Shaq's thyroid or whatever makes you grow. I don't know. Should be like, what was this all about? It's like a collection. You have like one weird scientist. He's like, my collection of giants. You have Andre the Giant. You have Shaq. You got Yao Ming. You got the dude from the movie Big Fish. You got all these giant men. Or ladies. Throw big ladies in there, too, because if the ladies are growing big, then it's all connected. The same pieces and parts,
Probably.
It's not like they're Dickville or Dicktown or whatever. You know what I mean?
Dicktown.
It's some kind of internal organ secreting some kind of growth solution. Those people, you got to be a pro athlete to be when you're over 7 feet, or else you're just... You can't be an insurance guy over 7 feet, or they're like,
It would weird people out. Yeah.
Or can I talk to you about your car insurance for a second?
You're like, what the fuck? Is this a ransom? Do I have a voice scrambler here? What are you doing?
Can I tell you how 15% can save you 15 minutes?
I fucked up the Geico commercial.
Do you have one of my kids, or what do you want?
Yeah.
Honey, are the kids home?
I want to play a game. No, Steve, it's me. It's John. I just want to see if you want to play golf this weekend.
Oh my God, where are my kids? Honey, are you here? What'd you do with my daughter?
That's such a good tall guy voice, or like really tall guy.
Really, really tall. Yeah, that's over 7 feet
Yeah,
voice. Yeah.
6'10", you can still. It's getting there. 6'8", you're normal. Talking normal, I mean.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fucking, and there's guys that are like 8 something out there. Like the record is 8'6" or something. It's like, fuck off.
Is it Yui Bowl? Is that it? Is that how you say his name? He's almost 8 feet tall.
Oh, the basketball player?
Yeah. And now his kid is like 14, and his kid's like 7'1" at 14 years old. It's like,
Yeah, it was Manute Bowl. Is that the grandpa now? How many bowls are there?
They're all giant. They're all
He's
giant.
Dead, so yeah.
Manute
Man,
Bowl,
the tallest man.
Yui Bowl. Check out Yui Bowl. I think that's his son or his grandson.
The same tallest man is been since like 1940s. 8'11". God dang.
8'11".
Robert Wadlow. Yeah. I saw this guy a million times on like Ripley's Believe It or Not, all that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, those big guys, they don't last long, so you gotta, their heart can't take that shit.
No.
Like putting a Honda Civic engine in a A locomotive. That thing's going to burn out. There's no way that thing's going to happen.
It's a great point.
Yeah. All right, let's get on with the show here because we got a good one today. Like I said, if it's your first time here, make sure you're hitting up that boy, that sweet boy. His name is at Pike Taylor Radio on all social media. I am at Sparks Radio on all social media. Thanks for hanging out with us. And there's one thing we always ask you to do, and that is to hit the subscribe button. We're trying to hit our goal. We got 3 days left? 3 days left to get 300 subscribers over on YouTube, youtube.com/SparksRadio. So let's make it happen. I think we're like 40 away. I don't think it's going to happen, but that was our goal. But we're trying to make it. So if you could tell a friend about this show, that'd be really amazing. Thank you. Rate and review and the thumbs up. You can hit it right now so you don't forget. All right. That always helps out the show. I know everyone asks because it helps and it works. So thank you so much. We got a Rectum Riddle today, Pike. How about that?
My favorite kind of riddle.
Yeah, we got
and my favorite kind of rectum.
We got news that matters coming on up here. We are going to announce the code word for today. So people want to win $100 of my stimulus check. I'm giving out $100 a week for the next 6 weeks, giving out my stimulus. You go to sparksradio.com/win and you type in the code word. Today's code word, Pike?
Potato.
Code word potato. That is the code word. So go in there, sparksradio.com/win. The code word is potato. Type in potato, and then you are, boom, entered to win $100 cash that we're going to be giving out here next Wednesday. And if you want even more opportunities to get your name in that pot, well, then you'll see. It's like subscribe to the YouTube channel. Boom, 5 more entries. Follow Pike on Instagram. Boom, 3 more entries. Follow me on Twitter. Boom, 2 more entries. It's all kinds of stuff. So you can just load them all up there after you got to type in the word potato. Type it in. Now, Pike, yesterday we listened to your rap song, okay? We're in the midst of a song competition here on the show. And in your rap song, Low Standards, your band, not a rap group, but a band, but in your rap song, you had this verse playing. I don't know if you remember, but it goes like this.
She won't let me leave, and I'm feeling like a hostage. I'm begging her for mercy, she keeps sucking on the sausage. Thanks for the BJ, but now your work is done. You ain't gotta say thanks when your mouth is full of cum.
I'm finished. Okay, that I'm finished. When you yelled that in the background of your song, I thought it was hysterical. Like my favorite part of the song.
Thank you.
And as we
it's
go
kind of cringy
along,
to me, but all right.
it is kind of cringy, yeah. But I figure like we could parlay that into non-cringe when we have segues on the show that are always kind of awkward. When I'm done with a story, or I'm done with my news that matters, or let me ask you this and that kind of stuff. It's always kind of like, okay, well, what do you got? Hey, what do you got? And it's kind of like, awkward. So if we take that I'm finished and we build in our own segue off of your I'm finished, Pike, I think we might have just solved our problem. Are you ready?
I cannot wait. I'm finished. Shut up.
Hey!
That's so good.
I'm
finished.
Little
If you're
graphic,
only
Pike.
if you're only listening to this, I urge you to go look at this video. Damn, that's funny. It's the scariest thing I've ever seen, too. Whose mouth is that?
That's my
I got
mouth.
like a clown mouth. Oh, it's your mouth pasted on my face.
You
Hilarious.
saying I have a clown mouth?
I don't know. You figure it out.
Well, I think that's the code
saying
word
it-
for tomorrow. Clown mouth.
Okay.
I'm
Let me see.
finished.
It was my. He did this yesterday. I was like, how do I get a mouth? I'm finished. Right? How do I get a mouth over that? And I just kind of like green screened it.
I'm finished.
Well, it's perfect. It's perfect.
Oh man, what
Thank you.
a trip! Yeah. So we could use that from now on. And if you want to throw up a hand signal, and then I'll hit the button for you. I wish you could control the buttons as well.
Me too.
Haven't figured that out yet.
Nope. Big button guy. Let me know when I can button, because man, boy, do I like buttons.
You want to get to the rectum riddle, Pike?
Yes, I'm finished. Yes.
Oh.
I'm finished.
All right, let's do it.
Guess what's up my rectum? Guess what? Guess what's way up there? Way up there, baby. Oh, you'll never guess. You'll never guess. So I got a clue. Yes, I got a clue for you. It's a riddle, baby. Life's biggest mystery, the unknown.
Rectum riddles. If you don't know what a rectum riddle is, boy, it is a mystery, right? This is a news story, a real life news story about somebody with something in their booty. All you got to do, Pike, is solve for the blank, and I put it in riddle form. And today, I actually have it written out here. So here's your rectum riddle. It's darkest before dawn, as the saying goes, which doesn't make sense if you follow your nose down to the part where it's gross and muddy. Wait, did he just say, bend over, buddy? I'm just running a little fever and a case of the squirts. Why are you taking off my pants? Should I leave on my shirts? I thought this was a testing site and I thought this was a testing site and I'm ready for my swab. Why does it feel like I'm now a human kebab? Please pull it out. He says, everybody clinches. Well, I said, felt longer than a simple 2 blank.
Oh man, what was my favorite part there? The muddy bottom really was gross at the beginning.
Where it's gross and muddy. Wait, did he just say bend over, buddy?
Yeah. I think I know what's happening here. I think the answer, let me tell you, is inches.
That's right. Oh my God. Congratulations. Wow. You nailed it.
Yeah,
that was pretty quick.
It was pretty easy. But now for the context of the story, I believe you're talking about the new COVID testings that are in your anus.
Yeah. Dude.
Anal swabs.
Anal swabs is now the new way to test for COVID. Which is like, hey, it's the scientists were in a lab, but instead of working on COVID, figuring out how to solve it, they were like, how do we make this situation worse? How do we take the pandemic and make it even worse? Guys, it's science. I know a way. We stick it up their ass, okay? We get COVID, and we shove those little swizzle sticks of cotton 2 inches into their rectum.
For some people, it's probably a better option. You know, they're probably like, you have any bigger swabs? How big can we get? Are you sure you got a good enough sample? Why don't you throw it in there again?
Yeah, sample in, sample out. Sample in, sample out. Slower. Sample in, sample out. Slower.
You can go deeper, you know.
Yeah. Okay, stop for faster. I need faster. You're not going to get it.
Yeah, but I would not like that. I'd take the nose swab.
I'll take a nose swab too. But they said that, well, this is China, by the way. China is now thinking of how do we detect, because you can test, they're saying, we're finding out that you can test negative in the throat, positive in your ass.
Okay.
All right, let me write that down. I guess, yeah. I heard that next week, by the way.
Good. I feel like we got a bunch.
Yeah. What do you think? What would you rather have? Throat or nasal?
The ass.
Do you rather have the ass than the throat?
Well, the ass, like, it takes a... I don't... The ass takes a beating that knows nothing about.
Is it Alicia? Maybe it's Alicia. Alicia.
Yeah.
What? Alicia? No.
Might be. It just depends on how she
I'm
likes
going
to pronounce it.
Alicia. Alicia says another way for them to screw us in our asses.
They find every way they can.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Homero says, hi, Pike. Well, hi, Homero. I'm here too. Jesus,
No.
dude. What's your deal, bro? So 2 inches. They want to stick this thing into your rectum. They want to swizzle it around, pull it out, run a test, and make sure that you're actually good to go, because they say COVID stays in your rectum longer than it stays in your mouth.
Yeah. Well, just to be safe, I think I would take it in the ass. Wouldn't you? I mean, if it meant a more accurate test. And listen, it's no fun going up the nose either if you've had one of those. So it's not like it's an obvious choice here.
I have had the nose, and I've had the mouth. I'll take the mouth.
Well, the mouth is easy.
Yeah, the mouth is the best one. Mouth was like, you're done.
Well, the saliva tests, those are the easiest. I mean, that's just spitting into a tube.
You spit into a tube? I've never even heard of that.
What? You never heard of the saliva test? Yeah,
no.
You just get a little vial and you just spit, and then it's done. And you send it in. You package it up yourself. You put it in a box.
Really?
You get the results the next day? Oh, yeah, it's super easy. Not painful at all. It's just stressful because you don't have enough spit because you're not supposed to drink before.
Omero says 2 inches is child play for Sparks. Thanks, Omero. Right. Appreciate it, buddy. Thanks. Look, they're saying, people in China are saying right now, this is like awful and it's gone too far. And I know China is a dictatorship or, communist, but it's really a dictatorship. And they're saying, oh, man, we put in all these draconian laws. You got to do what we say. But even the Chinese people are saying, this is too far. My ass is off limits for you, government man. You know what I mean? As they come in there with their little hazmat suits, swizzling beeholes. You know what I mean? I got to agree with them. How much do we really need to test people? If they were like, hey, look, you got to go into quarantine. You go into quarantine for 2 weeks, or I swizzle stick your beehole. I'll be like, I don't know you, bro. Quarantine for 2 weeks. Do I get off work? Quarantine for 2 weeks. Okay. Now, Len, the government doesn't need to know what's going on in my rectum. You know?
Well, you're kind of talking out both sides of your mouth, because don't you think we should be testing? Yes, I know you think we should, because it's important. And if it's the best way to test, I'd say go for it. I struggle with...
yeah, but there's got to be some sort of line to be crossed. And that line is my waist. My waistline. Okay?
Well, that's also this, thing. It's like taboo because it's in your ass. But I don't think there's a difference between your throat or your nose or your ass. Why should that be off limits?
Because it's the government. It's not your doctor.
I know.
It's not like your doctor's giving you a prostate exam. It's some government employee. You know what this guy's normally doing? He's down there fishing wildlife. You know what I mean? They're like, I got to call in the National Guard. It's your cousin, Sam, from the National Guard. He's in there swabbing asses. He's like, 1 week in a year, 53 asses a day.
Why did I Where did I miss that the DNR is doing the COVID testing?
My point is, these aren't just all doctors doing COVID tests. There's not enough
medical professionals.
Medical professionals. My brown eye. Get out of here.
All right. Give it to me in the ass. That's fine.
Omero, yeah. I heard that coming up next week, okay? So Omero is saying that there's 2,000. I heard that. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
very aware.
Thank you. Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, we gave away the code word. If you guys are just joining now here over on YouTube, the code word today is potato. So jump on over there. SparksRadio.com/win. Win my stimulus. Giving out $100 a week for the next 6 weeks. That's my stimulus check. So if you want to win it, that's the code word today. Go type that thing in there. SparksRadio.com/win.
I'm finished.
Get to the news that matters.
Yes, this is the news that matters. Yes, this is the news that matters.
Holy shit.
Hey, Pike, did you see do you know who the Proud Boys are? Do you know this group of...
Yes.
I would assume boys.
Yeah, I've heard about them on the news.
Did you hear the big twist? Did you hear like, whoa, fucking, what is this, a movie? Is this Donnie Brasco? God, what happened here?
No.
You didn't. Well, let me tell you.
No, I did not. What's the big twist?
The Proud Boys leader, Enrique Tarrio. I don't know. I don't know if he's Italian, Hispanic. I don't know.
I know. I pictured it as a group of white guys, though, so it's already kind of a twist for me.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Enrique. He's not, a white guy, I don't think. You could be Enrique and be white, though.
You
he
could be,
doesn't
but
look white.
I mean, I've never met one.
He looks Hispanic. Here's the thing. The big twist comes into this. He is the leader of the Proud Boys, apparently. All right?
Okay.
So here's what's going on. Jay is asking, they are terrorists, basically, from my understanding. Yeah, exactly. I think they're being looked at as like a homegrown terrorist organization at this point. But listen to this twist. The leader, Enrique, this dude, turns out he's an informant for the FBI. Yeah, the leader of this group has been informing on the Proud Boys to the FBI.
Oh, hats off to the FBI, man.
Whoa!
That's amazing.
Whoa! Isn't that crazy? I couldn't believe it. All right, so you had the insurrection. That happened on January 6th, right? When we talked about it on the 7th, we're like, what the fuck was that? That was crazy. And there's like 5 or 6 Proud Boys that have already been arrested because they were a part of the insurrection. The Proud Boys it's really fucking stupid, this group. It's like, in order to join it, you have to name 5 breakfast cereals, and while they're beating you up, like, this is the initiation process. You're like, Trix, Golden Grams, Sam Toast Crunch, like, that's the fucking, you know what I mean? And the whole organization, Proud Boys, they're called Proud Boys because it's a quote from the movie Aladdin. Like,
it is?
Yeah, it's like it's one of the songs. I'm a proud boy from the streets or something. It's a fucking Aladdin Disney movie quote. Like, this is sad and pathetic. So fuck these people. And your leader is a goddamn snitch, which is just perfect. I mean, hilarious. So you end up, this guy has been informing on the Proud Boys for years now, Pike, since he was arrested in 2012, and since then he flipped, and he's been still in the Proud Boys, but then he's been ratting his own members out. Apparently, he's told the FBI and local police investigations involving marijuana, cocaine, and MDMA, and then human trafficking.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So he was already in it. So they didn't like send a different guy. They're like, hey, you got to infiltrate this organization, because that'd be impressive if they just sent a guy and
that would have
all
been
of a sudden he was like the leader. I'd be like, wow, nice work.
Right.
You didn't need to go that far, but congrats.
It would have been like The Departed. Did you ever see The Departed?
I have.
Yes.
Can you believe that? How about that?
I can. That one I could see you watching. Yeah, he'd be like Leonardo DiCaprio in The Departed.
Mm-hmm.
God,
that makes you just sweat the whole time, doesn't it?
Oh, could you do that? Could you be like, they're gonna find out any second?
Fuck no.
Oh man, couldn't do it, bro.
No,
couldn't do it. That would be like, yeah. Yeah, no way. I couldn't lie. I told you that story about me lying about buying a donut. Omero says no, they are not a terrorist organization. I don't know. They're just a bunch of. Essentially, it comes down to angry white guys. Yeah, okay. Right? Is that what it is? I don't know. I'm way
it's a
off
vibe I
here,
get,
probably.
but I'm not an expert here.
Not an expert.
But yeah.
All I know is that the leader. So the insurrection happened on the 6th. This dude got arrested on like the 4th. And apparently he was burning a Black Lives Matter flag in the street. He had like magazines of bullets and an automatic weapon on him. So he was arrested, burning the flag. Then they found the ammunition. They found the thing. He's already been arrested. He's not supposed to have that on him, I guess. But now they're saying that he got arrested on the 6th or the 4th, so he wouldn't have to go to the 6th. Like they're saying he did it on purpose to get out of being part of the insurrection.
The leader. We're talking
The leader.
Enrique.
Oh,
yeah. Man. Another suave move by Enrique.
I was like, whoa! This plot is thickening. Crazy. Yeah.
Enrique. All right. That's our guy.
Well,
Okay.
what happens now? I mean, they asked him, hey, man, it's all in these papers, because in these court documents, they're saying, oh, look, you got to let this guy go to the judge. He's been an informant for the FBI for years. You can't prosecute these crimes and blah, blah, blah. So Enrique's in a fucking tough spot because he doesn't want to go to prison, but he also doesn't want to admit that he's been informing against his own organization for years. You know what I mean? Like, what do you do?
Right.
So they asked him, then, the press asked him, he's like, I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about that. And meanwhile, they have like recorded documents. They're like, oh, really? Because here I have like transcripts of everything you've told the legal authorities for years, dude. Like, what are you talking about? He's like, I don't recall anything. I don't know. I'm like, oh, man.
They'll believe him, I'm sure. I love that.
Yeah. I like Jay. Jay throws in, Jay's retort to Omero was, if they are not a terrorist, I'm pretty sure they are not doing charity work or other good deeds. Yeah.
Probably not.
Probably not. All I know is it's really stupid to name 5 breakfast cereals when you're getting beat up. Like, that's really fucking, like, that's
the dumbest part about it. Yeah.
What are we doing here?
You ever have your brother or somebody like hold you down and tap you on the forehead and say name 10 candy bars?
No.
While he's doing this to your forehead? It's kind of like that. Yeah. It's really hard. It's harder than you think. All right.
I imagine. I'm finished.
You're finished.
Oh, yeah. I'm finished.
I'm finished. Thank you. Well, let's go to Washington, D.C., which as of today, as I'm saying this, is not a state. Years from now, when people are listening to these old episodes, because they're kind of like vintage, they'll be like, oh, what are you talking about? It's been a state for years. Because now Democrats in the government, in the legislature, are trying to make it the 51st state, officially. Okay? So all the Democrats in the House and the Senate are on board. But it would have to be able to survive a filibuster, which they don't think is going to happen. But I wanted to get your thoughts. What do you think about Washington, D.C., the nation's capital, becoming a state?
I'm in. And I'm in for that and Puerto Rico.
See, if we're going to add one, it's got to be 2. Because, and I feel like this isn't the best argument, but my biggest thing is 50 is a really nice, even number.
I know, a lot of people, that's the thing. And it is.
Yeah.
It's like, why? You know what I mean? Like, since my dad's been alive, they've added Alaska, they've added Hawaii. It was 48 states for a long time. And it was the argument then was probably, but they're all together. We really want to do one that's like separate. I mean, is that all together? We can hug them all, Like, what the fuck? And they're probably like, yeah, but 50, that's like that's a nice round number. You know what I mean?
Half of 100. Hell yeah.
We're almost there. Yeah, I'm all for DC becoming a state. Only because if you're a constitutionalist, or if you're a person that agrees that you shouldn't have the taxation without representation kind of thing, the people of DC are not represented in the federal government. They don't have senators. Right. You know what I'm saying? I don't think DC has. Puerto Rico has Congress, but they don't have, or is it the senators? I don't know. Puerto Rico has a little bit of the. I gotta do more research. I can't remember.
I know Puerto Rico is in the Miss America pageant, so
yes.
I don't know how that plays a part.
Here's the thing. This is my opinion of it. If you pay taxes to the United States, you should have a say as to what happens to the United States, because you are affected. Your life is personally affected by legislation that's being passed that you technically have no say in. So you should have equal representation as the rest of the states. There's more people in the city of Washington, D.C. than there are in the entire state of Wyoming. Why should Wyoming have more of a say than DC when there's more fucking people that live in DC. I don't like the idea of having California has only 2 senators, but it has 30 million people living in the state, yet North Dakota has 2 senators, South Dakota has 2 senators, Wyoming has 2 senators, and there's 10 times more people that live in the city of Los Angeles than in those 3 fucking states. So the state's arguments are always saying, why should California dictate what we do here? Well, why should Wyoming dictate what happens in California? And that's what happens. So I think if we had more even representation as to, dude, and then people are saying, oh, the Democrats will take over. There's also a fuck ton of Republicans in California. There's a lot of rich fucking white collar Republicans with a lot of political influence in California they're not getting their say. Their voice isn't being heard either. So I don't like to paint it as a Democrat versus Republican. I like to paint it as a representation of America. If we want a more even and fair America, then you should have representation as to what you want. So Puerto Rico's been getting like just screwed out of this. Puerto Rico is bigger than like 10 states population wise, and they don't have equal representation in the government. So I would say no. Now Republicans are saying that they don't want this because metropolitan areas usually lean Democrat. And so this would give, if you make it a state, they get 2 senators. You're now giving more power to the Democrats than the Republicans. And if Puerto Rico becomes a state, that's giving more power to the Democrats and Republicans. But in my opinion is, dude, then you're actively trying to quell the voice of the people. And that isn't right. And that's, in my opinion, unconstitutional. That's exactly what we broke away from England. You're trying to limit people's speech. Fuck you. That's not what America's about. Then you just disagree with what the rest of the country wants. So I don't like, that's the reason why there's this hot debate of DC can't become a state because you're going to throw the sun in. That's essentially it.
Yeah. I thought you might have a little more to say about that, so we'll have to kill some time here. But
I read all this shit and I get so mad. I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah. No, I wasn't anticipating. It's like I set you up for a prepared presentation you happen to have.
Hey, yeah.
And I had no idea.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I thought we were going to have some fun talking about, like...
damn it, I got too serious.
How big Vermont was, yeah.
Fucking Rhode Island gets 2 senators? Rhode Island!
Right, well, you convinced me. Going into this, I did not have, like, an opinion outside of keeping it at 50 because I like that number. Now, I got some other material, so thank you.
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
finished.
I'm finished. Well, Jay says, your logic makes sense, and I agree with your viewpoint, but the Democrats only want to do it to give them more control. Yeah, see, so there you go. That's what he's saying. I'm all for democracy and balance, so one side doesn't have power to do whatever. Well, it's always going to sway, Jay. That's the thing. It's just going to sway left and right and the whole thing. People get sick of one party. By the time a presidency is done, whether it's 4 years or 8 years, everyone's like, let's see what the other side's got. And they all go, let's go this side. So in the cosmic scales of justice, that pendulum swing is minimal. We feel it because we're living in it. That kind of thing. But yeah. I just like, look, if you don't like what's happening now, then you run and convince people to switch political parties or whatever. But I'm all for having people's voices heard in this country. That to me is what makes America great, Pike. Okay? And everyone should have a say. Even the fucking idiots, which drives me nuts. Yeah. This is way different, but Walmart. You ever see like a giant old empty Walmart? It's really sad. I mean, Walmart, sad to begin with, but Walmart, when they're abandoned, and they've moved on, there's just this massive building with an empty parking lot and shit.
Yeah. When they were in our hometown, well, the town next to us was for years. That was like their pride and joy. It's like, well, yeah, we suck in a lot of ways, but we got a fucking Walmart. So now it was just an empty thing forever. Parking lot was just, kids would just go have sex in the parking lot. I mean, that's just all it was used for. Yeah.
Really?
The disrespect was
The disrespect
prevalent.
of that
Yes.
abandoned Walmart. Well, Walmart wants to essentially kind of abandon their own stores. They're going to turn some Walmarts into giant storage facilities for online shopping. They said after the pandemic, they're not going back. They're doubling down on the online shopping, and they're going to have robots going through the old Walmart stores, sorting your order and having it ready for you to pick up. So that way you can just order online and bloop, pick it up and leave. And it's going to be robots doing it.
Damn. Why
So
not?
yeah,
A lot
they're
of people
saying
get
that's their advantage over Amazon.
shit. I like Walmart fighting back, the little guys having a chance.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. But what about the jobs, Sparks? Taking people's jobs.
It's
What do
always
you say about that?
Yeah, man. Well,
But we can't just deny technology, just because like there's people working at the checkout line. Like in the grand scheme of civilization, you got to advance technology. You just do, right?
Dude, Clutch, the band, said it best. They said you can't stop progress. And that's true. You can't do it. You cannot stop progress.
No.
And what ends up happening? You're fighting a losing battle. Think of old John Henry slamming away at those railroad tracks. Bing, 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 bing. He's racing that locomotive, and here comes the locomotive. Oh my God, John Henry. The power of man, right? Versus the power of a machine. What ends up happening? He fights as long as he can, and he wins, but he dies. And the moral of the story is, you can do it if you put your mind to it, work hard. No, that's not the moral of the story. The moral of the story is that the machine wins and humans die. So John Henry's a moron. He should have pivoted, and he should have been like, well, it looks like I'll learn how to drive the machine, and then he still has a job and is alive.
He would have lived forever had he done that.
Yeah, he could have been just a professional weightlifter. He could have been in one of those strongman competitions. Instead, what a waste. What a waste of talent. Fucking railroad put in states.
Could have done porn. Imagine the career he could have had in porn. Post railroad. It could.
Yeah, a lot of railroad
Think of
puns
the
in title.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can't stop it, man. So robots, I bow to my robot overlord right now.
Same,
Take
man.
over. I will find. You gotta find, adapt or die. What are you gonna do?
You got it. I'm finished. I'm glad because we just talked about porn, and my next story happens to do with porn. So this Bernie Sanders meme, you've probably seen it.
Yeah.
There's now it's just been like a week, and first of all let's get this out of the way because that was funny for like a minute, and it just got so dumb. It was dumb to begin with, but that was kind of the charm of it. Is it just why is that getting so popular? But now it's like, all right, yeah, it's cute. But now there's a porn, so this might kind of bring it back into the news cycle. This new porn, Hell, the porn star I'm not familiar with.
Wait, what?
She's
Hell.
Her name is L, or is it Ellie? I don't know. Might be Ellie. Ellie Hell. She's produced a porn. You want to know the name of it?
Oh.
On the cover of it, it's her in the mittens, of course, the Bernie Sanders mittens. And you've seen the one that says, "I'm once again asking you to blank." This was prior to the inauguration, but same idea.
Yeah.
So the porn is titled, "I'm once again asking you to come."
Oh.
It's not that good. The title. I haven't seen the porn yet, so I have no review of that.
I mean, you could have given it another week and thought of a better title than that.
Well, with that framework, what would you have done? I am once again asking you to what?
But why the mittens? You know, I don't understand. Because it's just the Bernie Sanders thing. What would I call it?
She got a little hasty. Let's be honest. She was trying to capitalize on a hot internet thing.
Look, I don't blame her for that. Trying to ride that wave. You know what I mean? You got to try. You got to try.
Yeah. And I also disagree with her because later in the article she talks about how porn doesn't always be sexy, penetration, or even masturbation. Sometimes it's silly and gives you a laugh. At the end of the day, whether someone laughed, came, or both, I'm happy it was enjoyed. That's false.
You disagree?
Fiction.
I mean, come on. What's wrong with that? You know? Not your cup of tea.
It's a porn, and it finished, and you had yet to come, and all you did was laugh a couple times? No. Mission not accomplished. Sorry.
Slam. That's right. You know what?
That would be a massive waste of time.
Of your opinion. You're like, what a waste of time. I watched this. I'm not looking for a lighthearted rom-com, all right? You want the real deal. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. That's right. But Adam Sandler do the rom-coms.
Jay says, well, she is a porn star. Well, she is a porn star. She maybe doesn't have it all upstairs. She's got it done within a week. That's pretty, I mean, that took a lot of coordination, a lot of effort. I mean, editing alone was probably a whole day, you know? Then you got distribution. Right. She's obviously doing press on this whole thing. I mean, this is a process. She's working hard.
Yeah. All in a week. Yeah, no Dumbo, no nympho with no brains probably could pull this off.
No, exactly. What would I call the porn? The call would pull, the gloves come off. Or put a glove on it, or I would have made a glove pun, a mitten, smitten for mittens, or something, you know, something like that with the old Bernie Sanders thing, you know.
Right. I'll wear the gloves. You don't wear a condom. I don't know. I wear the gloves so you don't have to.
Yeah, out in the cold and all alone. Cold and alone. It is tough. It is tough.
Yeah.
Think of a Bernie Sanders porn. What a horrible mental image that is. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with. Let's give her a break on this one. All right. Because obviously we can't do any better.
I feel like given some time, we could maybe. But like we said, it was really a rushed thing.
This is how much time she put into it. Right. She's like, I know. And then called up her friend. It's like, hey, what you doing? Yeah. You want to come down to Dicktown? You know? And then we bring it all back. We bring it all back, baby. That's right. And that's, you know.
I'm finished.
Boom, boom, boom. Thank you very much. That's a good way to wrap up the show. All right. Thank you. You can check out that guy. He's over on all social media. It's at Pike Taylor Radio. Make sure you're giving him a follow. I am at Sparks Radio on all social media as well. If you want to hear me up on my soapbox about, I don't know, anything. Check it out. And by the way, do not forget to go. We're giving out the cash, my friend, the cash over there on sparksradio.com/win. Win my stimulus. You got 5 more entry points if you recommend someone to jump in there as well. And, tell a friend about the show if you could. We're trying to grow these numbers. That's the whole point of giving away the money. All right? So tell a friend. That'd be really nice. And hit subscribe over there, youtube.com/sparksradio. You know what, Pike? We haven't done it in a while, and I think we should do it next week since tomorrow's 5 on Friday.
What?
I think it's time to do some comment investing.
Ooh. That's true. We haven't. So there's got to be some good ones.
We haven't read the comments on YouTube lately. Where we take your comments from YouTube. We read them here on the show. We also read the reviews over there on Apple Podcasts as well. So if you want to drop one of those guys, make it hilarious, we'll read it here on the air and give you a shout out. All right. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. And we'll see ya tomorrow. Does that sound like a plan, Pike? 5 on Friday?
Deal.
Those are over, motherfuckers. Now get out of here.